Love was never my priority. I was never the woman who chased love. While my friends built homes filled with laughter and tears, I built a name and a brand. I'm Amara, 48, single, never married. My event planning business lights up Abuja's social scene, weddings, galas, you name it. My work is my life, but my heart? It's been quiet for years, locked away behind schedules and success, tucked away in a corner of my sprawling mansion. One warm evening, a knock echoed at my gate. It was Tobi, my best friend Precious's stepson, 24, with a duffel bag slung over his shoulder and a smile that could melt the harmattan chill. Precious had called from Port Harcourt, asking if Tobi could stay with me while he worked on a music video project in Abuja. "He's a good boy, Amara," she said. "You won't even know he's there." That first night, he called me Auntie Amara, and I laughed, waving it off. "Just Amara, please." His eyes sparkled under my dining room lights. "Amara, then," he said, no hesitation. There was something in his gaze, warm, curious, like he saw me, not just the woman who plans Nigeria's grandest events. We shared egusi soup and pounded yam at my table, Abuja's skyline glowing outside. He asked about my work, my travels, my life, not out of duty, but with real interest. When I asked about his music videos, his face lit up. "I love capturing raw moments," he said. "The ones people don't rehearse. That's where the magic is." I didn't realize it then, but he was already seeing a part of me I'd hidden away. Have you ever met someone who made you feel truly seen, even when you've forgotten how to see yourself? If this story is already touching you, like and subscribe, because what's coming next will steal your heart. The second week, something shifted. It was small at first, like a breeze before a storm, like the first raindrop before a downpour. Tobi would pour me a glass of zobo before I asked. He'd linger in the kitchen, talking about music, art, or the way Abuja streets buzzed with life. One evening, I was reviewing event proposals on my veranda, the city humming below. He was editing a video nearby. He looked up and said, "Amara, you have this glow when you're working. Like you're weaving dreams." I laughed, tucking my braids behind my ear, but my heart skipped. A warmth I hadn't felt in years stirred inside me. The next day, he asked, "Can I film you? Just you, being real." I froze. Me? I hadn't been on camera since my 20s, promoting my first event. "I'm not the right person for that," I said, smiling nervously. He looked at me, his eyes steady. "You're exactly the right person. You're not pretending, and that's beautiful." I agreed, unsure. We set up in my living room, sunlight filtering through the curtains. I felt exposed at first, hyper-aware of every line on my face, every curve I'd learned to cover. But Tobi's camera felt like an extension of his soul, seeing me without judgment. Then, his hand brushed my cheek to adjust my pose. It was brief, professional, but the air shifted. We paused, eyes locked, hearts beating in sync. My hands shook as I stepped back, but his touch lingered in my mind like a melody I couldn't forget. If your heart's racing, hit that like button and subscribe. This is just the start of a love that breaks all the rules. By the third week, Tobi asked to film in my bedroom, in softer light. I hesitated. My bedroom was my haven, Ankara curtains, white linens, a space no one entered. But I nodded. "Just soft shots," I said. We let dusk light spill into the room, warm and golden. I sat on the bed in a flowing bubu, my pulse loud in my ears. He filmed a few frames, then said, "Can I ask something daring?" I raised an eyebrow. "Daring how?" His voice softened. "I want to capture the Amara you keep hidden. The one you don't show the world." My breath caught. No one had ever asked to see that me, not lovers, not friends. Something inside me softened, not with desire but with trust. I stood, turned, and slowly untied my bubu. It fell to the floor, leaving me in a simple slip. I stood there, bare, vulnerable, seen. Tobi's camera clicked once, then stopped. When I turned, he wasn't filming. He was just looking at me, like I was a work of art. He stepped closer, his voice a whisper. "Is this okay?" His fingers grazed my arm. I nodded, barely breathing. His hand found my waist, tracing gently, and then he kissed me. Soft, slow, like a promise. I kissed him back, my heart thundering. It wasn't just attraction, it was a rediscovery of myself. If this moment is giving you chills, smash that like button and subscribe. Love doesn't always play by the rules, and this story proves it. The next morning, sunlight streamed through my curtains, but my mind was a storm. Tobi had gone to his room after the kiss, respectful as ever, but his presence lingered on my lips. I stared in the mirror, brushing my braids, trying to make sense of it. I was 48. He was 24. He was Precious's stepson, a boy I'd watched grow up. What was I doing? I avoided him that day, canceling our usual dinner with an excuse about a client meeting. But that night, I found him on the veranda, his laptop closed, sleeves rolled up. "Hey," he said softly. I leaned on the railing beside him, silent. "I didn't mean to make things strange," he said. I feel something with you." My throat tightened. "Tobi, this shouldn't have happened. I'm your stepmother's friend. I'm too old for you. You deserve someone younger, someone without my history." He smiled, gentle but certain. "You're not history, Amara. You're a story, a beautiful one. And I want to know every chapter." My heart cracked open. How do you tell someone so young, so sincere, that you've spent years believing you don't deserve love? But he didn't ask for explanations. He took my hand, his touch steady, and I knew I was falling, deeply, quietly, completely. If you've ever been torn between what's right and what feels true, like this video and drop a heart. Subscribe to follow this unforgettable love story. That night, sleep wouldn't come. I stood by my bedroom window, Abuja's lights blurring through the glass. My wrapper hung loose, my face bare, no makeup, no defenses. A soft knock came. I knew it was Tobi. He stood there, holding a tray with 2 cups of Milo. "Thought you might want this," he said. I let him in. We sat on the bed, sipping in silence, the weight of unspoken feelings heavy between us. Then I whispered, "I don't know how to let someone love me. I've been strong for so long, I forgot how to be soft." He set his cup down, his eyes warm. "I'm not here to change you, Amara. I just want to be the one who sees you, all of you, and never asks you to hide." Something in me broke open. I leaned in, slow, unsure, and he met me halfway. This kiss was deeper, hungrier, but still tender. Clothes fell away, not in haste but in reverence. He kissed every part of me, like I was sacred. It wasn't just love, it was healing, a return to a part of myself I'd lost. After, he lay beside me, tracing patterns on my back. "I'm scared," I whispered. He kissed my shoulder. "Me too." For the first time, I wasn't ashamed of my fear. The next morning, we sat in the kitchen, sunlight dancing on the counter. Tobi held my hand, no hesitation, no shame. I looked into his eyes, warm, steady, fearless, and asked myself a question I'd buried under years of ambition. What if I let myself be loved? Our story wasn't easy. There were whispers from friends, frowns from family, and Precious's shock when we told her. But Tobi never faltered. He saw me, not as the event planner, not as his stepmother's friend, but as Amara, a woman worthy of love. If this story has stolen your heart, smash that like button and subscribe. Share it with someone who believes in love that defies all odds. Because sometimes, the greatest love stories are the ones no one expects.
Dear viewers, what lessons did you take away from this dramatic tale? We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed the story, give us a thumbs up, share it with friends and hit that subscribe button. Also, don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss out on our latest updates. Thanks for watching and stay blessed.